Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make these slutty blondies. Let's begin. To get started on the recipe, you'll want to grab yourself a large mixing bowl, and into the mixing bowl place your butter, your light brown sugar and your granulated white sugar, and beat them all together until they are lighter and fluffier in colour and consistency. You can then go ahead and add in your egg and mix this in until it's fully incorporated. You will notice a change in the consistency of the batter, but this is completely normal. Add in your vanilla and mix until fully combined. You can then go ahead and give your bowl a good scraping down. This is just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on, normally around the top of the bowl or at the very bottom, but then just give it a good scraping down and those will be incorporated. Then you can go ahead and add in your other ingredients, which are your dry and your chocolate chips, and just mix these in until they are fully incorporated, being careful not to overmix as this will make the cookie dough tough textured and not very pleasant to eat. You can then go ahead and give the bowl a good scraping down just to incorporate any of those bits that didn't fully incorporate. Then you can set this aside while you make the blondie layer. So to start on the blondie layer, you'll want to grab yourself a heat-proof bowl and place in your butter and white chocolate chips, then microwave for around 20 seconds at a time until the mixture is melted and has come together. When it's whisked together, then you can go ahead and add in your sugar. You'll want to do this while it's still warm, so just whisk that in until it's fully incorporated. You may notice a change in consistency, but don't worry, this will alleviate as we add the other ingredients in. Don't forget, you will then want to add in your eggs, followed by the vanilla, and just whisk these in until they are fully incorporated. The mixture that was formerly granular will now be very loose, and this is completely normal, only to what you are looking for. Don't forget to get all of those bits of sugar into the mixture. Give your bowl a good scraping down. This is just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in. Then you can go ahead and add in your flour and chocolate chips, and I like to fold these in by hand, but feel free to use a whisk. It's completely up to you. A spatula works better for me. So once you have your cookie dough and your blondie batter ready, you can then go ahead and grab yourself an 8-inch cake tin and place in some parchment paper, and on top of the parchment paper add in your cookie dough and get as much of it in there from the bowl as you possibly can. It may be a little bit stiff, but don't worry, it's easy to work with. Then just spread it out until you have one level, or as level as you can possibly get it, layer of cookie dough. It's easier to do it in the tin than it is out of the tin, so just do it in the tin. It might take a little bit of persistence, but you'll get there in the end. Smooth it out, and no, you don't need to chill it as the dough will already be quite firm. If it's a bit sticky, chill it. But then on top of your cookie dough, you can go ahead and add some golden Oreos. I'm using the golden ones as it's a blondie and not a brownie. You should be able to get around 16 Oreos into the tin very comfortably. If you can get more, you might be using a bigger tin, but that again is completely dependent on the size of tin you're using. But then you can just go ahead and pour the blondie batter on top of the Oreos and cookie dough, and it might not look like there's enough at first, but don't worry, once you spread it out there is more than enough mixture there. The ratios are spot on. So just take a spatula or a palette knife and just spread it out until you have a level and consistent layer. So once your blondie layer is done, you can then go ahead and place it into your oven. All of the baking times and temperatures you will need will be in a blog post, which will be linked down below, so don't forget to check it out. So once the blondies have been baked, I allow them to cool completely, and then I store them in the fridge for around 8 hours or overnight. And this just helps to make them easier to cut up and makes them denser, which is even better. It's the only way you can really eat a blondie or even a brownie. Then you can go ahead and cut them up however you like. You could go ahead and get 8 generous portions, or even 9 like I'm doing today. It's completely up to you how many you choose to get from how you cut them. If you want more, do more. If you want less, do less. But you want each slice to have at least 1 Oreo. This one, as you can tell, if you cut it into 9, you get more than 1 Oreo, but that's ideal. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again very soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description. There'll be a link to this recipe, a link to my blog, and links to all my social media, so don't forget to go and follow me over on them, as I am trying to be a bit more active on there. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.